Hey Ricky, this is Sean. Just looking at what you turned in for the skin joints assignment. Well, last time we looked at this, we talked about getting the fingers perfect, which you got. That looks all good to me. Really well done. But then we have to get like the rest of your body fixed up. Like the foot's in the wrong spot there. His hands, we got the arms correct, and then the shoulders are too high, and then the head's not in the center. And let's see if this is skinned. It probably is. Ah! So the skin weight's a little messy. So we're gonna ignore the skin weights today. Make it easy on us. Alright. What would I do? I still might use this trick in order to move the joint. So if I go history, and I want to start moving these joints around. If I move this, it moves the children, and sometimes you don't want to do that. So can you go move skin joints? Does this work? Oh, cool. So this does work. Uh, where I can move the joint without moving its children. So I'm gonna do that a bunch of times. So you'll see me do it more as I'm going through this. I think. Oh yeah. So every time it'll stay on till I turn it off. So if I press W, it went over here. Now move skin joints is off. Um, so I'm gonna just go to front view. Skin joints is off. I'm gonna turn the grid on so it'd be easier. Might even go see through on the mesh right here. So I can see the grid. It'll help me line up the joints correctly. Then I'm gonna hold space and go skin, move skin joints. And then I'm gonna pick better spots for the hips. So you kind of want to go, you want to be looking at skeletal structures a bunch, and you want to put it more where the skeleton deforms. Skeleton, female. So whenever I'm doing rigs, I'm doing this a bunch. This one's going to be the most helpful probably because it's got a, see if I can zoom in on this. Um, you see how, so you had your joint kind of up high. I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this using the snip tool. Go. Save it in case I need it later. Alright. So I'm probably gonna use that a bunch while I'm doing this. We're just gonna go through your whole skeleton. I have time. So the pivot point is probably where the it's probably right in here, you know. Erase. Not right up here. This is where you had it. That's gonna end up with some strange results. And then you can use this kind of to look through the skeleton and figure out where the other pivot points are, like the... Actually, let's get more accurate on this. Pivot point, according to this skeleton, is probably in here. Right there. This one is in here. And then there's a bunch of strange stuff happening on hands. I think your hands were solid. Knees, gonna be up here. Okay, so we use that as a guide. I can just put my next to it. There. There's a mirror feature. Let's see. Or is that not skin? Skeleton, mirror joint. What happens if I hit apply? Oh, Y, Z, apply. Okay, so that just mirrored it. So I'm just gonna build one leg and then mirror that. And you can. Alright, then I'm gonna go. Oh, I mirrored it earlier in accident. Actually, I probably messed up because I mirrored it on a left view or something. Yeah, I messed something up. I think this was probably the one you. No, that's the one I mirrored. Okay. Same deal on the side. It's like, where do you put this pivot point? I usually would put it, it's kind of arbitrary, but put that there. Okay, side view. We'll Google another picture. Side view, female skeleton. If you want to go into technical animation, you do have to do a lot of research on everything you're doing. I don't, it looks like it's kind of more towards its center. There's a couple of interesting, can I zoom in here? Plus, no, image in new tab. There we go. Okay. So let's look at the spine. The spine will pivot in the middle of this. See how thick it is actually? It makes you think it's way back here, but it's actually going to pivot where this big thing is right here. And then it's a little bit more to the front than the back. And there's a lot of flesh for the butt. Uh, the ankle is kind of forward. This shoulder is kind of back. It's definitely behind the hips. And then the neck, look how the neck's like, it's centered. This one's almost completely centered, but the neck probably pivots in the middle here somewhere. So it's kind of center back. So this is probably about right. This one definitely moved forward into here somewhere. I've seen some people actually put the exact number of joints in the back, but I kind of, this one much lower. Whoa, what happened? Skin, skin joints. Oh yeah, the shoulders were too high, I remember now. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Do, whoa, no, don't. Uh-oh, undo. I broke it. Trying to undo. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna delete that side. So I can get the one side good and then mirror. That from the reference, it was a little bit higher on the pivot. That, that, left view. This was more forward from the reference. This is actually about correct. Really want to pivot that a little forward. Something's weird with her leg, back leg. I don't know what that's about, but we'll figure that out later. Spine, shoulder, elbow's hopefully still in a good spot. I think you had a good spot for the elbow. I'm actually going to pull that in just a little bit based on just looking at the skeleton. You want to try and make, here's the grid. I'm going to try and make this exactly on 0, which is Z probably. No, not Z. Maybe it's X. No. Okay, something weird's happening. Oh, this is not the parent of the skeleton. Oh. Oh, I see. You want the head, the hips have to be the center of your skeleton. Um, just because that's where the center of gravity is. So really, the hips. This is probably the best center of gravity because female center of gravity is, I think, actually lower than males. But you do usually it's a good idea to have a joint between the hips and here for animation reasons. So I'm going to make this the parent. So I'm going to shift P, and then these are backwards. So I'm going to shift. This is just unparenting. I need to the envelope off. I forgot to delete scanning on these. Okay, envelopes off. Shift P. This should be attached to the neck. Okay, I think I got them all. So also you want to name your joints as you're going. Head, clavicle. The arm is good. We talked about the arm. Good work on that. Now we can set this. Oh, we got some mesh that's still skinned. There's a lot I'm covering here, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna guess that next time you turn this in, it's not gonna be perfect, but at least it'll make some progress, and we'll just keep going over it till you get it. It's interesting. Oh, see this joint here? It's all like pivoted weird. I expect it to be kind of even. And I think it's just because these are all wonky. Again, another mesh that has skinning on it. We gotta take the skinning off. Can redo skinning later. You can see that like if your joints need to move, you kind of have to redo everything. Okay, so that's nice and even. That's important for joints as you're working. So these are all weird, so that's weird. The skin cluster's off, but it's still, the eyebrows are still getting all strange. Nice. Very odd. Oh, I don't know what this is. It's probably stuff we didn't clear out from before. Uh, we're just gonna do a new spine, make it easy on us. And skin, move, skin joint. Clavicle's gonna be just on the inside of the center line. Probably put it in here somewhere. Okay. So let's redo the spine. So left view. Just gonna scooch this guy. World. Create. No. Joint. Is it under create? No. Oh, I forgot how to make joints. Skeleton. Create joints. So that's our new hip. I'm actually gonna probably move that down a little. Throw in some joints. Head should be up there somewhere. Skin joints. Okay. Just trying to make it a little more even. It just makes it easier when skinning. Okay, so I want to parent this to this. Hit P. Double check it. So that's now our parent. Good. This back over here. Parent this to this, I think. Yeah, you want it more like this. You'll see if you compare this to other skeletons, because there's so many free rigs on the internet. You can just open up a game-ready rig and then turn skeleton on, and then you can review like how they set their skeleton up. The the stuff tips I'm giving you now are very like standard skeleton setup. There's some variation for sure, but this is pretty standard stuff. Skin, move, skin joints. I like it a little lower. Okay, I think we almost got it. So this one's a little off. All right, so now this is the parents there. Now we can just zero this out, so it's nice, exactly on zero. Now these are all. Oh, the rotation isn't super correct. We'll have to go over this together, I'm sure, but unparent object. Um, these joints are all X is up. So here, X is over this way. X is up. X is over. Better to keep things kind of consistent if you can. X is down. X is. I'm just gonna make it X is up so it matches the rest of the spine. I'm just rotating it. There we go. There we go. This. Let's put some nice even numbers on it because it's a parent. Negative 20, 80. Now we can grab this. Parent this. Bam. This. Grab that. Check it. Good. Okay. Got a spine, got a back, got a clavicle, got hands, got feet. Everything's good. Now we can grab this. Oh, grab the from earlier mirror joint options. Y and Z. Fly. I think the mesh is not. Oh, wait. Here. Apply. There we go. Yeah. Same thing over here. Apply. Oh. Now we have a perfect skeleton. Okay, that's step one is getting a good skeleton. Then part two is doing some skin weights. So once your skeletons are kind of set in a good spot, I'm gonna go edit, delete all by type history, and grab all the meshes and the joint and go skin, bind skin. I like 8. It's usually pretty good. Joint hierarchy, apply. Now we should have OK skinning on everything. Turn off see through so we can see the mesh better. Okay. Here we go. So turn this in. There might be some notes on skinning that you could do and tweak it, but let's turn it in here. Ah, you see the head. How could we fix this? I got an idea. And if you want to have better skinning by default, let's go left view. I think you just need more joints in here. So I'm gonna go skeleton, create joints. Why don't we just throw a jaw in or an eyeball? We're hitting G to repeat last action for eyeball and throw top of the head, middle of the head, and back of the head. This, this, I like the pivot. Oh, I like the head pivots to be up here. This more in the center. Good, 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 good. Jaw. This one was the eyeball. I'm not gonna get this exactly perfect, but I'm just doing this so there's some joints. This guy. Eyeball. Or the auto scanner to use when it's calculating stuff. I'm sure the end of the jaw is going to be trouble, but this should give us much better results. Edit, delete all by type, history. Skin, bind skin. This joint hierarchy, closest in hierarchy, classic linear interactive distance. Weight distribution. Neighbors, apply. Start this. There we go, that's way better. It's not perfect. I mean, you can see that it's kind of messy right there. There's probably some more settings we could find to get it right, but how about undo? No skin deformer. Let's try 16. Jump to 16. Grab the mesh. Grab the joints. Apply. See the breasts. So you can do the same thing with the breasts too. Left view. Uh, skeleton. Create joint. Breast. Tummy. Ah, G. G. What? I usually do lower and upper. Parent things back into the hierarchy. I would expect a whole bunch of questions from you after watching this video. But definitely give a lot of this a try. Tummy can stay in the center. Butt's gotta move. But upper is gonna be over here. Lower butt is down here. Air joints. Oh, it didn't work. To duplicate, I'm hitting Control D. Alright, now it's gonna work. Oh, edit, delete all by type, history. think next time if I teach this, we're gonna split up joints and skeleton and skinning into two separate ones. All right. All right. So now we got probably okay default skinning. I would not expect that to happen. Weight distribution. Let's try distance. Edit. Delete all by type. Edit. Delete all by type. History. I have a hotkey for hiding joints, FYI. This one's always fun to try. Don't crash, don't crash. Apparently geodetic voxel takes way longer to calculate than... Oh yeah. Obviously the hips, you can do the same thing, put a hip joint in there to get the joint to lock in well by default, but you see that having the butt there already built some like interesting deformations for us. So you can play around with stuff. Alright, I'm gonna stop. That's enough. Here you go. Here's what you need to do next for this assignment. Alright, later.